This is my third attempt, or fourth, at trying to do this video. Anyway, I already did the project now because of the first video. Anyway, so I'll kind of walk you through it and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, we're trying to do, it's called seam binding, floor trim. Basically, we're trying to connect two floors from like the hallway to the bathroom. All right, I'll show you how. One sec. My dad came down, and these are the tools we used, and so hopefully this will kind of help you and at least get you started and maybe make you feel a little bit confident with what you need to do. Anyway, we used 1 1/4 inch trim nails. They look like screws almost with how that they are like that, if you can see, but they're nails, so you just kind of tack them in. You need something to measure. At least we preferred it. My dad says measure twice, cut once. Anyway, it's just one thing we like to use. We got an angle, and that made it a little easier. You know, yeah, you can always substitute. You know, these are only suggestions. We got pewter of the floor trim. You need something to mark it. A pen works. You need a hammer, a file, and tin snips. So let's get started. Alright, so since the project's already done, well, let's kind of tell you how I did it and what I did. And so I measured 30 inches, but then when I measured again with this thing, the floor trim up next to it, I found that to make sure it fit well, I need to do 1/4 inch less. So just kind of, measure it, but also kind of try to check up with this because this is a hard surface. I don't know, for some reason it ended up being 1/4 inch less, so none of this is really a sure thing. It's just me trying my best to figure out how to do it. Anyway, so I measured it and then I marked it. I'm not sure if you can really see the mark right there. And then, on a separate piece of thing, I'm showing you how I did it. We took the angle, and since the angle has this flat section here, it worked very well to push that up nice and tight so that I was able to run the pen down here. And so now we have a line. You then take your tin snips, which I have already done this, so now you're just being told. Take your tin snips and you cut it. Try to make sure your hand doesn't get pinched in between there. I did that once. It doesn't feel good. After you cut it, you end up with these little tabs here, and they're sharp. And so that's where the file comes in handy. I'm not sure if you can use a nail file. I figured if I couldn't find this file, I was going to use a nail file. But we found it, and this worked really well, obviously. And so once you have all those sharp tabs cut off, you will nail it down. And let me show you what we did. You nail one edge and then the other, and then you fill in the nails in between. Not sure you can really tell, but you can see it. The lip here is on the wood, but to get it to nail down properly, we had to go mainly onto the carpet. I took a razor blade, and I cut along here to get the little frayed edges of the carpet here, and you can kind of see that still. But it's better than what it was. Now, if you're working in a little different situation, like where we have here, my dad took our screwdriver, put in a drill bit, and then drilled these holes. Thank you, Eden. Drilled these new holes and then nailed them down, and then he took a file and made it as smooth as possible. Anyway, I hope that helps you with your housing projects. We had duct tape all along here. When my dad came down, he saw that, and he's like, well, this is what you can do. And he actually bought all this stuff for us. And we're very blessed, and the house looks just that much better. Anyway, best of luck on your housing projects. This is Confederate Wonder Woman, signing out. Blessings.